Okay, hello again. So we're going to just do a quick one today, and we're going to keep on going through this. Uh, we're going to keep on going through these SQLite examples here. So I think we'll try go through the whole CRUD thing. So in the previous video, we got SQLite all set up. Let's bring it up now and take a look. So we are importing database SQL. Which we need for Go to do SQL stuff. And then we're bringing in this Matt-N's Go SQLite 3 package here. So if you don't have that all set up, watch the previous video or get it set up yourself. Reminder, you're going to need to have a C compiler installed. That's why the last video was a bit of a rabbit hole. But we got there in the end. So, yeah, so let's go through these examples in the simple example. So we'll go through the full sort of CRUD thing. Let's start off by just removing this database that we created. We'll keep this connection here, and here we have the statement to create the tables. So create DB tables. Now let's start off by removing the database every time. But we are going to, I mean, first of all, we're going to have to update this statement anyway, because this isn't really the structure that we want. We want to have a slightly different structure, but we're also going to have to handle when table already exists. The table exists, we shouldn't create it. But for now, let's just go through the simple CRUD example. So this statement creates the table files, and it has two fields, an ID integer and as the primary key, and a name text field. Okay, so then we execute that here, and that's kind of where we're at. So let's just compile this and check, because we have uncommented the remove statement. So this database here should be removed as the first thing that it does. So go build, and it looks like our builds are taking a bit longer now that we're using this SQLite 3 package. I think because it has to go off and compile with C and so on. So that takes a little bit longer. This is actually much faster than the first time I ran it. So hopefully it'll get better. But yeah, interesting that it's a little bit slower. So then let's run it. Image sorter, exe, this one here. Great. So no errors, but also no feedback. It doesn't really do anything. It does create this database here, but actually, yeah, we can see by the timestamp. I don't know if you can see the clock in the corner there. I think I'm in the way, but you're just gonna have to take my word for it that it has updated. So okay, so we have a table created. So let's see, what do we have next here? So DB begin. Cool. All right. So so the DB execute statement is pretty clear what that does. DB begin is an interesting one. Let's see if we can get Golang SQL begin function. Let's see if we can get some documentation on this, because I'm a little bit curious. So SQL Whoa. Begin. Okay, here we go. DB begin. Okay, so begin starts a transaction. The default isolation level is dependent on the driver. Okay, so yeah, begin starts a transaction. I suppose it's not that complicated, is it? So here we have the transaction. Uh, Open it up with begin, handle any errors. Okay, let's go for it. Let's type this out a little bit here. So so um, so obviously the next statement is an insert. So insert data into table. And let's start here with the DB begin. So this is our transaction, the error. Um, we can't. We learned that last time. We can't use the create and assign shortcut here because we already have this error. Although we don't have the tx variable, so maybe we do need to do it. Okay, so DB begin. And then we just handle the error. So if error is not nil, then log fatal error. If you're going to be working with Go, you're going to be doing this a lot. So right, so okay, so now this is where we prepare. Okay, let's see. Where's prepare? Begin. I don't see prepare. Let's see. Prepare. Okay, sorry, there it is. Probably was there that whole time and I did not see it. Okay, so DB prepare. Prepare creates a prepared statement for later queries or executions. Multiple queries or executions may be run concurrently from the return statement. The caller must call the statement's statement close method when the statement is no longer needed. So statements db prepare, insert into blah, 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 blah. The first statement close. So this is similar to when we open a file. And then, yeah, here it looks like here they've got a for loop. They're iterating through all these projects, which they've created here and inserting all of those into their database. Let's do the simpler one. Oh, actually, this is not simpler. This is doing the same kind of thing. So let's, I mean, yeah, do we do our own for statement here? Sorry, our own for loop here, where we're getting the file paths. That could be cool. So yeah, we could just grab this entries here, and for all of those, we can just add them into the database. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Okay, so we can grab, I mean, we can grab all of that. So if we copy this, and paste that in there. Oops. Oh, okay. This is where my Vim skills let me down. Um, okay. Uh, how to copy and paste in Vim. There is, okay. So, it's never straightforward, is it? It's never straightforward. Okay. Sorry. Let's just type it out then. So, um, this I probably should have better Vim skills at this point. Um, you know what? I'm going to go to AI. I'm going to go to AI. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Okay. Double quotes plus Y. So, all right. Visual mode, grab it, double quotes plus Y. Paste. There we go. There we go. Learn something today. Will I remember it this time? I hope so. Uh, double quotes plus Y. All right. So now we've got our entries here. I think, do we, okay, so we start, okay, so we start the prepare first. Okay, so we prepare it first. So, um, statement, statement error, transaction prepare, and here we have insert into, what did we call it? We called our table files. Okay, insert into files, um, ID name, insert into files, ID name, and then, was there a, yep, okay. So values, question mark, question mark. Okay, whoops, we need to close that out as well. Okay, so we've prepared the transaction with this insert statement. So insert into files, ID and name, these two values here. And then we'll handle that error. So if error is not nil, log fatal error. There we go. Okay, so now I think, oh yeah, that's right. We need to defer closing the transaction. So defer, defer statement close. Okay, right. So now we've got this prepared. This is where we can start iterating through. Um, okay, so um, now the interesting thing is, wait, did that let me? Oh, this let me. Oh, I can type in here. Okay. Anyway, this. So the interesting thing about this is it lets you add an ID, uh, which I'm not. Yeah, I kind of don't like that. Um, I kind of don't like that because you might mess it up. This should be an auto incrementing sort of thing. But again, this is something we can go back and handle later. We're not going to be using ID anyway, actually. for our files, we're going to be using the hash of the file as the unique ID. Let's just go with the example, go with the flow. So for, okay, yep. So we're going to do a similar thing here, except for, um, we're going to use our entries. So entry range entries. Okay, so we're gonna iterate through all of our entries there. Now before we go too far, let's just print that out again. So entry name, I think the function was. So let's just run through this for loop and check that print out we can print out the name. Let's also print out these IDs. So format, print line. Let's just print like this. Um, uh, ID plus. There's probably a much nicer. We should, yeah, we could use one of those formatted strings. But I'm not going to. Uh, uh, so yeah. Okay, and then we want to auto increment that. Is that ID plus plus? Is that going to auto increment the ID? It looks like they're doing it differently somewhere. ID plus one. Okay, maybe that's how it works. Okay, so we're gonna loop through all of the entries. And we're going to, maybe we need to do that first because I think it might start at 0. So we're going to loop through all of the entries and then print out the ID and the name. Let's do it. So go build. Whoa, okay. We've got a lot of errors here. Undefined V. Okay. That's line 28. Okay, undefined V. I mean, that's absolutely correct. There is a random V there. Let's get rid of that. What else did we have? 87, undefined directory path. Okay, directory path. Are we not getting that? I thought that was up here. Source directory. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, right. So, yeah, so that should be source directory instead. What was the other one? 93. Value of type int is not used. Oh, okay. Is that this statement here? Could be. Let's comment out these for now. And just make sure that our loop is working. Then we'll bring this back and do the database stuff. Okay. Wait, it still does not like that. Declared not used transaction. Okay. We might just It might just be easier to go through and add add the whole dang thing. Because yeah, this actually ends up being more painful to do this. So okay, let's just keep on going. So we're in our for loop now. Let's go through and add them. So statement execute. So okay, this one has a lot more things that it's inserting. We're only going to insert two. Um, so yeah, we can do this the same way. So if yep. So statement execute, and we will give it the ID +1 and the entry name. Okay. Great. Just kind of curious, are they doing it the same way here? Yes, they are. Sort of. Okay, so yeah, so then we can. Oh, okay, yeah, so no, they are doing it differently. So let's get rid of the if there. Let's just run it here, and then we'll do the error handling after. Um, just to make it a little bit clearer with the statement on each line. Um, great. So then it looks like we just commit the transaction. So error. Whoa, we error. Uh, okay, so that doesn't return anything but an error. Uh, transaction commit, and then we can handle the error. So error if error is not nil, then log fatal. Alrighty, so okay, so the next one is reading it. Um, so let's not do that yet. Let's just see how we go. Let's first of all make sure we don't have any errors. So we'll build it. Let's have a quick look at what we're doing here. So insert into table, we've got the transaction db begin. Then we prepare the transaction. This is our insert statement. So insert into files the ID and the name that will be passed in here. And then this is where we grab the entries. So this is getting all the files in the directory that we give it. We loop through those and add each one of those to the database using the execute command. So statement execute will increment the ID each time and then save the name as the file. Then we commit the transaction, handle any errors, or log out any errors if they happen. So will this build? Go build. Yes. Okay, it builds. Great. Can we run it? Image sorter. Okay, it ran. How do we know if it was successful? Who knows? Uh, we do have this image sorter DB here. Can we view that? Um, it's a binary file. Okay, so yeah, not really much to see here. So it looks like we are going to have to go through and do the read statement so that we can see if what we've written in there is actually there. Um, so okay, I mean we need to do it anyway. So let's go through. It just adds to the suspense. We've got no idea what's happening until right at the end. So we've done the insert. Now the read. Okay, so where are we? Uh, yeah, so the read. Here we have the query, the select statement. Okay, so we'll end up with rows or an error, and um, here we're going to use db query, and the query is going to be select ID name. I believe we called it name. Let's just double check. Name, good. So select ID name from files. Pretty sure we called it files. Let's check. Files, yes. Um, files, yes. Yep. So select ID and name from files. Um, if error equals nil, if error does not equal nil, then log fatal error. Should be pretty used to seeing that structure by now. Okay, so we defer closing the rows as well. Interesting. So defer rows close. And okay, so yeah, so now we're just kind of looping through all of those rows. Rows scan. Okay, so we must get some kind of we must get some kind of other object. Let's take a look here. So query executes a query that returns rows, typically a select. Okay, so the args are for any placeholder parameters in the query. This yeah, okay. This I guess is going to be a similar sort of thing. So it returns rows. Um, how do we get to the type? This is going to okay, so yeah, I mean this is the definition of it. So rows, yeah, okay. So the driver connector, raw bytes. Okay, so next. Okay, rows scan. Okay, so yeah, okay. What I was trying to see is can we skip doing all this and can we just print out what we get back here, what we get back in this rows variable? But it looks like we can't do that because this struct here is a little bit more complicated. We can't just print out that whole thing. If we want to see the rows that are in there, we have to iterate through them all. So let's do that. So for rows next. Okay, so we have to go as far as creating all these variables. So var id int, oops, var name string, So error equals rows scan, and there. Okay, right. So we're passing in ID and name. Now I believe this is a pointer to those variables there. So we're not passing in these variables themselves, but instead we're pointing in, we're passing in a pointer to those variables. I could be wrong there, but I believe that's what's happening. And if error is not nil, then we do our log. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Then we do our log. Ay, what's going on there? Okay, log fatal, right? And then, okay, nice. Yeah, then we can just print out, yeah, then we can just print out the ID and the name. Okay, so format, uh, print line. Okay, that's nice. You can just separate them with a comma. That's what I was thinking about before. Cool. Yeah, no, that's much nicer. So let's close that off. And what is this doing here? Why do we need this? I guess, I mean, if there's, because we have the error handling here. So what does that do there? Um, uh, what do we have here? DB. Golang SQL error. Where's that documentation gone? This is going to be very hard to find. uh, okay, so where are we? Query. Yep. So DB query, this one here, and um, we can't. Yeah, okay. Okay. We can go in here. Let's see if we can find that function. Is it worth it though? I don't really know. Okay, not worth it. Not worth it. Can probably guess what this is doing. So this is just checking to see if there were any errors along the way. That's my guess. Need to keep it a little bit short today for this video. So um, yeah. If someone knows what it's doing, write a comment in the description in the comments and let me know. Otherwise, maybe I'll go back and look it up. But rows error. If error is not nil, then log fatal error. Okay, got a lot of lines there. All right, let's see how we went. Did we make any mistakes writing this? Looking good, looks good. Okay, now let's try run it. Image sorter. Cool. It looks like it's doing it. So we are going through this directory here. these are the two other directories within that directory, and it looks like this is being written to the DB. We have the ID and the file name. Obviously, this is a directory name, but we just need to test the our right. Um, great. Um, so yeah, we also have um, a delete statement, an insert, another insert here that we can do. More queries. Um, but you know what? Let's end it there. Yeah, we'll go into a bit more detail in the next video. But I mean, this is good, right? We're getting these file names here, and we're writing them to the SQLite database. So that's good. If we give it, let's give it the image sorter directory. There we go. So it's doing the same thing here. It's iterating through. These are all the files we have here. README, and it's storing those in the DB with the ID. So yeah, obviously what we want to do in the future is we want to change these IDs to the hashes of the file, and the name here. Yeah, what do we do there? Do we're probably going to have some kind of relational database where we have the files with the hash, um, and then some kind of relational database where each time we see that we add a file name or path or something like that, so that we can see for this file, these are all the different places where we've seen it. But that will be a future video. Maybe it'll be the next video, depending on what else we need to do. Um, so yeah, let's leave it there. See you next time. If you're enjoying the videos, please subscribe. It lets me know that people are interested in this. If you have any comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, thank you so much and hope to see you next time.